Hey folks, hope you're well out there. Over my right shoulder, you can see what we're going to get up to today. That right there is the Eastonmade Axis. This thing is certainly a treat to use. If you haven't used a vertical splitter before, it's completely different than what you're probably used to with the horizontal units. This thing will make whatever size firewood I want, and that's what I really like about it. Throw in there's a conveyor, so once it's split, I just sort of shuffle it to the left, and it goes up into the IBC cage all by itself. Now, working height is very important, especially as you maybe get up there in age. You start to realize your back is there more than you used to. And if you have a working height that's a nice height, you start to feel like you can work longer, and that's what I like about this thing. That's a lot of likes in a few sentences. Now, before we get there, before we get splitting, I need to cut some wood. You saw me just a few minutes ago load up these logs. These are a variety of logs here, mostly hard maple, but we'll get them cut up into rounds. Then I'll take it from the log table here, or log deck, move it over there to the splitter, and then up it goes into the IBC cage. Now that IBC cage will not be for this year. You probably noticed by the colors of the trees around here, winter is en route. That wood there will need some time to dry, so it'll probably be for next year. I've already got wood stacked up for this year, so that's what we're up against today. Glad you're here to join me. Let's get down to cutting some rounds. Here we go. Well, we got a few more rounds to go, but if you have a look at the IBC cage, I'd say that's full and then some. So we'll get that taken out of the way. I'll get a new IBC cage in place and away I go. Now this wood here, I don't stack it at all. That's how it gets taken where it's going. That goes out to dry here or goes somewhere else, but it doesn't get stacked ever. I like just loose filling it in here. I like reducing the number of times I have to handle it. The only time I want to handle that firewood is when I'm splitting it or when I'm taking it into the wood stove. If you look at where I had to handle it from, I had to take it from the log deck or the log platform here, from here to here, and then I pushed it to the left and up the conveyor. That's all the handling I want to do at this point. Now with these units here, these log decks, if you don't have one, this is probably one of the cheapest, best upgrades that I've ever built. I've had this in place for a number of years, and ultimately it allows me to get the working height up high at my waist level. I can do all the cutting here. I don't have to bend over and pick up the rounds. I move it essentially from here to there, and away I go. So that's quite nice. Now that axis, believe it or not, that is the early version of that vertical wood splitter. There's a newer axis model out there that's even faster. But I'd say for one person, this is about as fast as I can probably go. I think the machine is still waiting for me. If I had a machine even faster, it'd be waiting even longer. Now, one thing I liked about this, as you saw, I get to determine where that wedge touches the round. If I have some rotten wood inside the round, maybe there's a big knot I want to work around, I can do that. Horizontal splitter, you have some adjustability with the wedge up and down, but that thing is the ultimate control. Big pieces, small pieces, medium pieces, I can make whatever pieces I like. And if you have a look at the ground, very little in the way of waste. Very nice feature on that vertical splitter. If you haven't tried one, I'd encourage you to do so. Anyways, I think that's going to do it for me here today. As I said, I think winter is knocking on the door before long, so I'm going to keep at it. Get another IBC cage out here. Keep the wood flowing. Once we get a few more feet of snow, well, this job is going to be a whole lot harder. I'll still enjoy it, but it'll be a lot harder, so I'll keep at it for now. If you did like this video, had any questions at all, put it down below in the comments. Give me the old like-a-roo, and don't forget to subscribe. Hopefully I see you next time.